Hi, welcome to fourth video, I think, teaching under 1500. Looks like we got an opponent that's relatively similar to the type of viewer that this is made for, so hopefully I can see some common mistakes. Okay, knight there, interesting. Probably just play knight f3. I could play that or knight c3. I don't really think it matters that much. Okay, now with e6 I want to get the bishop here just to be annoying, pin his knight to his queen. I think a bad move here that I sometimes saw before was to play c5, because you think you're getting rid of their space a little bit, but it's an overextended pawn and it's a waste of a move to some degree. Okay, this is interesting. Before I moved the bishop back because he couldn't really do this without provoking further weakness like this, and I would force him to play bishop there, which isn't really bad per se, but my bishop would be active and his wouldn't be just yet. But now he's actually going for this g5 push. So he's provoked a lot of weakness on his king side. It's an issue. So I have the ability to sacrifice here. Could take with the knight, pawn recaptures, bishop takes. Then this pin on the knight would be super strong there, if not for this bishop. Because if there was no dark squared bishop, then basically this knight would be undefendable, I think. He would be forced to deal with it like this. I guess you could move the king. Maybe I'll just move this bishop back. So in other words, he's playing pretty aggressively. He has to play like he's going for a checkmate on me. Otherwise, if he doesn't play like that, he's basically just opened up his king for no reason. Okay. I'll play e3. I want to develop this bishop so I can castle. Probably look to attack him on the king side, because I have a very clear idea of what's going to happen in this game, I think. Like when you're trying to think of a plan, you have to look at imbalances. So like, material is the same for us, king safety is a thing that isn't the same, however. So I'm just going to look at that and notice that my king should be safe, but his won't be. So that's something I can take advantage of. Pawn structure, his pawns are a little bit pushed out here, which is what the weakness comes from. Okay, that's interesting. I think I can just play h3 to move this back though. Or even then, I could move it here. Yeah, I think moving it here is back, because here I'd be kind of passive, maybe. Here I can just trade his defender of his king, and then my knight can recapture so I don't mess up my pawns. And he kind of has to, otherwise I would just take his bishop, right? So he's completely neglected queenside development. So he can't really just salvage this situation by castling queenside now. So he's pretty much forced to castle queenside, or kingside, I think. So I don't know, this doesn't look like the greatest position for him in my opinion. I could even take that knight to give him doubled pawns. Can't really keep him out here anyway. Maybe I could play the queen to a4, pin his knight. Could play bishop there, but I don't know if that really does anything for me. I think I can just take here, to be honest. Probably just looks pretty simple. However, now that this b-pawn is here to take, I think I can play c5, because the b-pawn usually just comes in and disrupts this pawn chain, but now that it's on the c-file, can't really do it. I think now is actually a pretty good time to play this. Before it was a mistake, but now it looks optimal. Keep in mind his rook open attack on this b-pawn. Normally the b-pawn is a poison pawn, where if you take it, then say there's a bishop here, and this b pawn here was undefended, ignore this bishop, then bishop takes this pawn, rook moves, bishop has to move back, and then rook can take this b pawn, but he's also active. So generally you don't take pawns like that. Okay, I'm gonna just go bishop d3. Hitting this knight twice, so if he doesn't move it, then I can win the pawn, but main purpose is really just to get castled. Also, now that this b pawn is gone, I could probably play queen a5. This pawn is kind of weak. Okay, so he's defending it again. I'm just gonna castle. I'd like to be able to get my queen onto h5 if he castles at some point. Right now his rook guards it, but let's see. I don't think I want to take this knight just yet, because then his pawns will take, and then maybe I'll have some space issues of my own. The way it works right now, I think, is pretty favorably for me, because my pawns are guarding dark squares, and then I have a light squared bishop that can guard the light squares that they can't touch. Meanwhile, he has pawns that are on light squares over here, and he has a light squared bishop, so he's only being a tall pawn. He can't really move. I guess these pawns are kind of dark squared, but I'm just gonna take them. I think this was a mistake. I don't know why he pushed here. So, yeah, he just removed that, like, defender of this knight. Now I can take this knight and get the free pawn after he recaptures. And then this pawn will probably be sure to follow. I have no idea why he played that move. That did not seem good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this knight. Question is, how am I gonna do it? I think the light squared bishop is very valuable because of what I mentioned earlier with these pawns being on dark squares, so I'll take with the knight so I can preserve the bishop. That's kind of annoying to have this pawn a little bit alone right here, though. I'm also hitting c6. I wonder if he's gonna defend that. The possibility of getting my queen to g4, hit this pawn, also threaten my queen coming in there. His king is way too open right now. He's probably not even going to castle whatsoever. Might be able to just... Oh, okay. I might be able to just check him with the wrong piece. Check him with the bishop. Make him unable to castle. Huh. Okay, looks like he missed that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. So looks like I've won the rook. To be honest, I think a 1500 would have noticed that, so... I don't know how reliable his rating is. Okay, he's just attacking my rook. I'm gonna move it. Okay, he's gotten off the 8th rank just so his rook is attacking my bishop. Huh. Where to move this bishop? Here? I don't know. Doesn't really seem that good of a square. I'd really like it to be here, but of course that's impossible. Here, I guess it works. Maybe I could just consider bringing it all the way back to f3. Then go for a trade for his bishop. Because I'm material up, so when I have more pieces on the board, you want to trade down, right? Huh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for this, I think. Or maybe I can just give him a little check, tickle him a bit. Check him there, king moves like there or something, and then can just go back. I don't know, that seems like a waste of a move. I mean, like, it's not really like a waste in the sense that it does nothing, but it seems kind of pointless is what I mean. Like, you're just moving his king back. I think I'll just go for the bishop trade. And if he doesn't trade bishops, then maybe I can consider. Like, if he moves back there or something, and maybe I'll consider doing this. Do you want to take back? Because there's just a free bishop there. Maybe he misclicked. Oh, wait, no, I'm stupid. Yeah, his plan is that if I take the bishop, then rook takes. I'm kind of dumb. That situation, I'd be bishop and 2 rooks versus a queen. I'd still be winning that, I think. But right now I'm just a rook up, so probably better to be a rook up than a bishop up. Okay, where to put my queen? I think I'll just go here. Hitting his bishop. Again, so he has to probably respond now. He's got some pieces aimed towards my king, so he might have like a go for broke kind of possibility of trying to attack me. Like playing like f3 or something. Ooh. I didn't even get to finish, but I was thinking like in the current stage, f3 is not good because I can just take with the queen. But if he moved his king out of the way, got out of this pin, then maybe f3 would have been good. He could probably force me to take with a g-pawn, or just ignore it, and then opened up his king. Right now, even if he blocks with the rook, I can just play queen h5, I think. Okay. I think I will develop this other rook. Gonna hit his e6 pawn twice. Then I'd be queen versus rook if that trade went through. That should be a very simple endgame to clean up. Doesn't have anything on this f2 pawn. I got the defender, 2 of them, my king and my rook, against his 2 attackers. I think I'll go for this. Oh wait, I'm dropping, oh god. Okay. So rook takes, probably should have seen that, I'm stupid. Oh, okay. Doesn't even matter. That kind of scared me for a second. Now I can just play queen there. You can just move the rook back, or the king back down though. Let's go for it. I want to get at these pawns here. There's no back rank threat or anything, so I don't have to be that worried. He can't even get his king over here. Because my pawns block that square. Okay, I'm attacking his rook. Okay, gonna move it. Take this pawn as well, still holding onto this. Have a discovered check, possibly. Yep, gonna push this pawn now. Maybe I'll just move my queen to b6, just so I can hold on to these pawns here. Protecting this one and this one. Okay. This game's pretty done at this point. I could even just let him take that, to be honest. I have 2 queens now. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Just gonna go ahead and let you take that. Meanwhile, I have another queen. So yeah, thanks for watching. Kinda played like shit that game. Missed some obvious stuff. Interested what happens here. Like I played this move. Oh, I should go onto the analysis board. This moment. Rook takes. I wonder what the engine thinks. Am I gonna get mated or something? I don't think so. Oh, even I can mate him. Okay, so. Yeah. Good thing he took there. Okay. I don't even think I would have noticed this mate in one. Like, if it was a tactics puzzle, I would have definitely have, but normally you don't, so. Okay. There's no thing saying mate in one in a regular game. Okay, thank you for watching.